we got some Monterey Chert here. I did slab one side of it off the rock to try to preserve some of it. We're gonna get into this and see what it's about. You guys can hear that? It flakes well. That sounded good. So supporting it, you know, it's doing a pretty decent job. So I got to just make sure I support it. Let's see what we got here. Check that flake out. Now that's sharp. Little choppy flakes there. I just want to get into this in the right area. I'm trying not to mess it up too much. I just did that to knock the corner off. I want to try to get into it in one of these corners. I'm trying to take my time with it too because I do want to make a knife blade. And this is a pretty nice piece. I mean, if we can get anything out of it for a knife blade, that'd be great. It would be my first knife out of my local material, I think, if it makes it. So I'm going to try to take my time. Now it's most likely going to have some imperfections. That was a good hit. You know, like I said, I'm just learning, so I'm going to make mistakes. And, you know, it's part of learning, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with being told how to do it right. I mean, when you're learning something new, you're definitely going to make mistakes. There we go. So I'm just trying to work my way around it. We have this really squared off side right here. And that's one of my goals, is to take that off eventually. But in time, hopefully. Let's see, I think we have a low side here. So we're looking for a low side. So I think it's going to be right in here. It kind of scoops down. So I'm going to hold it here, my fingers under it. And I was able to take off some of this. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, is I'm going to go around. Kind of some inward pressure. I'm really trying to work on my strikes too. So let's see what we're doing here. So we started here, we got into the rock, and we're trying to work our way around, creating a center line. So we're here, so we need to hit some of this off now. Nice flake there. Like I said, I really want to take my time with this. It might be a decent piece. So I made my way around to here. It's really blocky, look at that. So I'm gonna try to start on this side and work my way back into here. I knew there was a piece right there. I knew that was there. All right, probably hit it in here. So I haven't abraded yet. I'm still working my way around. It's gonna need it eventually. I'll start abrading soon. As soon as I get some of this off, some of the cortex off. Thought I got some of it right there. All right, let's abrade. So see what I'm working with here. Decent sized piece. Work my way all the way around to here. All right, so here's our task right here. We're gonna try to hit some of this off, angling it in a little bit. Just like that. Just keep going. All right. This is definitely a low spot, so right here, I'm gonna try to knock that off across. I'm actually putting some pressure on it so that it blows across the piece, just like that. Looking for another opportunity. This is really chunky in here. Look at this. There's a lot of little cracks, defects. So I'm just gonna lightly tap it. See if we can get some of it off. All right, took a lot of that off. Same thing. I mean, I think we're getting somewhere. It's not perfect yet, obviously. It's got a lot of work to do on it. I do have a couple knife handles ready to go. I am trying to get a knife blade for a couple knife handles. Let me go ahead and show you guys those right now. So this is what I'm working with right here. This is a handmade knife handle. It's not stained yet. Goes right in there. So I'm trying to find a blade that'll fit it. This is waiting for some local material for a local blade. So this one's gonna be it's gonna take a little bit for me to get a blade. Here's another one. So this wood is pretty cool. Obviously I'm gonna narrow this off a little bit, but it has a cool design on it. And this wood is cool because it was from a fire. So if you guys can look very closely here, you can see the fire cracks in it. I'm gonna leave it. I really like them. And then here's an interesting piece. This was a junk piece. This side ended up looking pretty good, but look at the back side. So I'm trying to salvage it and turn it into something, because it still has, there's a slight crack here, but it's not running through. We're gonna see. This is another challenge piece for me. All right, let's get back to the napping. Let's see if we can work on this a little further today. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to finish this today. It might be a two-part video. But we're going to do what we can. Okay, I'm going to try to knock some of this off. Not bad. So it's just taking off little flakes. I'm trying to clean up this center line. So right here, it's a big dip down and it goes up. So that's where I'm aiming for right there. And I'm going to do kind of a medium hit. I do want to run some type of flake, so I'm going to support underneath it. So there we go. It's kind of an overshot. We ran it all the way across, but it's not bad. Not bad. Helping thin it out. So we're going to hit right here again. A little bit softer touch on this one. There we go. That's what I wanted the first time. So we're kind of thinning out, flattening one side, working our way around. Now we have another squared off piece that we never got to initially right here. I do want to knock some of that off. I angled it down a little bit for that. Same thing here. I'm going to kind of angle it inward to try to knock some of that off. It's not happening yet. There we go. So I'm really trying to do this in my hand, direct percussion. I'm trying to get better at it, and I'm not going to get better at it if I don't practice. Kind of chunky right here. You can see there might be a little defect right here. It's also a big step fracture that I created, you know. Got some of it. So there's a step fracture right here, and I knocked a piece off. And so you can still feel it right there. You know, I'm going to try to get to it when I can. So I'm going to angle this up here, and I'm going to try to take, well, see, there's a step fracture right here too. So I'm going to see if I can shoot under it or across it, not directly at it. Let's see. So right here. So there's the step fracture. And so I try to shoot kind of like at an angle. And as you can see, took it right off. So I didn't forget everything. Right here too. So there's some original from when I slabbed it. It wasn't a complete slab. I slabbed it off because I want to try to preserve the material, because the material is kind of, you know, it's hard to come by around here for me. Okay, getting a center line there now. Nice. So I'm happy with here, how it's coming in together to here. So we're just, it's this back half that has a lot going on. And it's not too positive what's going on, so we'll see if we can take it off. Let's just get into it right here. I'm going to angle down a little bit, support it. See if I can get some of it off. There we go. Now I know I could hit in from here, but I'm trying to avoid that right now. Look at how crunchy this is. Look at all that. Okay, that did help. All right. We got one more area to really deal with today, and it's going to be right here. Got this big chunky piece right here. So I'm going to try to knock some of this off so that I could come back and maybe hit it from this side. So let's go ahead and abrade it. And I'm going to try to hit it right here. I'm going to try to knock this off. So I'm going to try to hit right here, and I'm going to angle it down slightly. And I'm going to hit into it. There we go. Kind of took a little risk on that one. So that's the start of it. You guys can see right here. It wasn't a perfect start. Like I said, I'm pretty rusty. It's been about a month since I flint napped. But it's looking thin-ish. I think I'm going to call that a day for this video. I will be picking up this video probably later on in this week. Let's see if we can try to make a point out of this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all your comments. Please like, please subscribe. So by the time this video is out, there should be a winner in my subscriber giveaway. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So please like, please subscribe, please comment, and look out for my future videos.